Hi everybody, Rex Frost here, and this is my review of Thor the Gorr Saga. So as I all said, let's get straight into the video. Okay, and once again, as for like all my reviews, here's a quick spoiler warning because I will be going into some spoilers, but I mean, just as like a something that you may have noticed, but like I I go in the more spoilers, the deeper I go into spoilers, the more I dislike what I'm reviewing. So, lucky for you, I will not be going into spoilers. So, yay, not much. So, uh, I feel like actually I'm going to touch on this one last because I feel like there's a lot to be said about like one of the strongest scenes of this story. So, yeah, I'm going to go with like the main thing most people who have read this story are probably going to glaze about is the Thor's absolutely awesome. It is so basically it take like there's like a lot there's time travel element, which is one thing I do think is like really cool. Like how like this is like a legit saga that like that's like going on because like this story quite literally takes place over like tens of thousands of years, which is like really wild. So yeah. Also, I mean, as for the three Thors, I like how they like um, represent like each like well, I mean, they kind of have to, but like how they really show like where Thor is at in his life. I like how like the youngest Thor is like mature and he's like still somewhat finding his way through his like place in the world. Thor or the Avenger, who's like the main one, is like just trying to like make the world a better place, and then like this, and then like the old Thor just like wants to like be like finished with war and just like have a better tomorrow. So it's like I think that like both like all of the Thors are like really cool and interesting. Also Gorr, I really like how he's how he's like represents like the failures of like gods slash leaders. And like how like he represents like the worst aspects of like somebody being left alone and being and becoming like letting their like loneliness get the worst of them. And yeah, I mean, other than that, I mean, I think like he's a relatively decent villain. I mean, there's nothing that much I will say. Action, absolutely amazing. He did. Gorr quite literally ran a fade with three Thors. Like he took them on in a 1v1. Also, I do want to say, Thor holding two Mjolnirs at the same time, going like super mode. Also, he does take the Necro Sword at like towards the end of the saga, and like he gets supercharged. So that was like really cool. Yeah, I mean, Mike. Oh yeah, before I do get back, here's like, oops, here's the thing that like really, like, this is like what I think really stuck out to me. What it means to like hold power slash like be a leader, because like there are like some really good themes in this that like I mean, it just shows how it's like for people, like if you are in charge and you have power, like it is your job to make sure like everyone is safe and cared for, and like and yeah, I mean, and like building onto that, like it just like I mean that's like what really stood out to me because I just think that it's like really did a good job of like reminding like if you are in charge, it is your duty to make sure like everyone is safe, especially like how it correlates to the gods and like how the god Gorr's god just weren't there for him and like how it turned him onto that dark path. So yeah, I thought that like that aspect of the story was like really well done. But yeah, my overall rating I thought it was pretty good. Honestly, is it great? I don't know. I still really enjoyed it. I guess I'm quite. Actually, I'm gonna change this to. Let's just get. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10 because I mean there are some really good themes, but it's like I don't really feel like like there's like it goes like above and beyond because I mean pretty solid action is good. Colors. I'm forgetting my color coding. Oh yeah, good is okay. This isn't the right green, but like it'll do for now. But yeah, I think this is like a pretty good run. I definitely recommend it. I will say, wow, I cannot believe how terribly Thor: Love and Thunder adapted this run because it is embarrassing. I mean, I feel like Thor: Love and Thunder could have like really like did a good job of adapting this. Like I get doing three Thors would be difficult, well, but I mean still, I mean, aside from that, but yeah. Overall, I really enjoyed it. I think it's a good comic run. I definitely recommend reading it if you want to. Yeah, feel free to tell me your thoughts on Thor, the Saga of Gorr, the God Butcher, which I didn't actually have it like this in my title because that's a mouthful, but I like Gorr, Thor, the Gorr Saga. I feel like that's a pretty cool, way better title. But yeah, I thought this, yeah, I definitely enjoyed it. Feel free to tell me your thoughts or your thoughts on Thor: Love and Thunder, or like how bad, terrible of a job that movie did of adapting this run, because I genuinely cannot believe how terribly they dropped the ball. Also, subscribe. This is another comic run I've been reading. By the way, I read like I start like multiple comics at a time, and then like I just like start like reading them in like one day I'll read one comic, and another day I'll read one comic. So it's like I haven't been like I've kind of been like sidetracked with sort of the Gorr Saga because I've actually teased this comic multiple times. But yeah, I mean, yeah, I do have a lot of some things to say about this one. But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to seeing that video. Also, yeah, just feel free to subscribe. The Rex Frost Let's Play episode 6 will be, well, I hope it will be releasing on Thursday. But yeah, well, no, not Thursday, on Friday. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, feel free to tell me your comments on this, on Thor, the Gorr Saga comic run. And feel free to subscribe if you want to. And I'll see you all later. Bye.